Greetings, fellow Whovians. I'm in a different location. As you can probably tell, I'm at my mom's place just visiting for the week. So, today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite John Pertwee stories. So, here we go. Number 10, Terror of the Autons. Now, this is an interesting episode because I wouldn't recommend this one to people who are just starting out with the classic era, people just starting out with the John Pertwee era, for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, this is the second appearance of the Autons. And reason number two, this marks the first appearance of the Third Doctor's second companion, Jo Grant. So, yeah. Other than that, it's pretty good. It also has the first appearance of the Roger Delgado version of the Master. Very classic. And, yeah, but still, like I said, not a good introduction to Jo Grant. Like I said, this is the second appearance of the Autons, so if you haven't seen their first appearance yet, then you might be a little confused. But other than that, it's pretty darn good. So, number 9, Inferno. Now, Inferno was last episode of John Pertwee's first season as the Doctor. It's also the last appearance of Liz Shaw, who was the Third Doctor's first companion. And yeah, I know there's some debate as to whether or not Liz Shaw could be considered a companion because she didn't actually travel in the TARDIS with the Doctor. But I feel like she was a pretty good companion, though. She was very sciencey and stuff, so that was pretty good. But yeah, I wish she had stuck around for more than one season, but what you gonna do? Alright, so, number 8, The Green Death. Now, The Green Death is a very interesting episode. It's also Jo Grant's final episode. However, it wasn't Katie Manning's last time playing Jo Grant because she then played the character for the last time in the Sarah Jane Adventures episode, The Death of the Doctor. So, yeah. Other than that, it's a pretty good story overall, and yeah. Alright, so, number 7, Planet of the Spiders. Now, yes, this is John Pertwee's final episode as the Third Doctor. However, thankfully he came back for the 20th anniversary special, The Five Doctors. But as far as final episodes go for Doctors and regeneration episodes, this was actually pretty darn good. And yeah, it is very sad and stuff, but overall it's pretty decent. So, number 6 is Day of the Daleks. I don't know why I always do that, my dog voice when I do dog stories, but what you gonna do? But anyway, yeah, I do really like this story. Out of the 3 dog stories in the Third Doctor era, this one is probably my favorite. Because it has a lot of like wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff going on. And yeah, it's just pretty darn good. Alright. Number 5, Planet of the Daleks. Now, Planet of the Daleks continues off from a previous episode. Of course, I can't remember the name of the episode right off the top of my head. Still, it is a pretty good story, and yeah, it's basically continues what happens after a certain episode, and yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, number 4, Death to the Daleks. Now, of course, this is the final Dalek story of the Third Doctor era. However, this wouldn't be the last time that we would see those Dangar Daleks again. They would show up again a lot in other Doctor Who stories, but this one's pretty darn good, and of course, it's not the actual death of the Daleks. So, yeah. Alright, number 3, The Time Warrior. Now, this is a pretty important episode because it's the first episode of John Pertwee's final season as a Doctor, and it's also the first appearance of my favorite classic era companion, Sarah Jane Smith, played by the late great Elizabeth Sladen. She did a really good job playing that role in the Third and Fourth Doctor eras, and she also came back for the Five Doctors, and of course then she came back again in the 10th Doctor Series 2 episode, School Reunion, and then that led up to, of course, the Sarah Jane Adventures, my favorite Doctor Who spinoff. So yeah, it's pretty good, and it's also the first appearance of the Centaurans. So yeah. Alright, number 2, Spearhead from Space. The first Third Doctor story. And so it's very important because it's the first Doctor episode in beautiful color. Um, so yeah, it's a pretty, so that's pretty interesting. Also the first appearance of Liz Shaw, and yeah, overall it's a pretty darn good story. Also the first appearance of the Autons, so that's important too. And yeah, it's just a pretty overall it's a pretty fun story, and as far as introductory episodes go, this one's top notch. Alright, so number 1 is The Three Doctors. I love this story. This is the first multi-doctor story, and it's also the story in which the Third Doctor finally he can control the TARDIS of his own free will again instead of having it being controlled by the Time Lords. It's just really good. It's a very fun episode. This sadly would be, of course, William Hartnell's final time as the Doctor before he passed away, so that was pretty sad. But hey, at least he came back for one last hurrah, and that's pretty good. Patrick Troughton did a great job in the story. John Pertwee and Katie Manning they did a really good job in the story, and also the villain Omega, I thought he was fantastic. A little bit over the top, but still cool nonetheless. So yeah. So those are my top 10 favorite John Pertwee Third Doctor era adventures. What are your favorite Third Doctor stories? Let me know down in the comment section below. And next time, we're going to be delving into the era of my favorite Doctor, the Fourth Doctor, played by the one and only Tom Baker. So, until next week, this is Sylvie and Queen saying, "Oh my, giddy aunt! When I say run, run! Of reverse polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a jelly, baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo!" Bow ties are cool, vests are cool, and Stetsons are cool.